excited to see you today. Welcome to the Moov-IT Global Entrepreneurship Program. My name is Johanna and I'm the founder of Moov-IT. 8 years ago, Moov-IT was founded because I wanted to create my dream job. Welcome to the first Moov-IT office in Byron Bay. I chose this location for this first welcome and onboarding video. When I was doing my dream job, I noticed I also wanted to create my dream lifestyle, and for me that means going to the beach, hence a surfboard, having my laptop, working from cafes, hence my laptop bag. I invite you in Moov-IT to become your unique you. I'm curious, what colors do you like? What clothes do you like? How can you express yourself to the fullest? Welcome to this global talent program. The goal of this 12-week journey will be for you to explore what your dream job looks like, to learn by doing, get all fun assignments to work on with a team of like-minded professionals. So welcome to week 1. I'll share a little bit of history about Moov-IT, how we've become what we are today, a Teal organization. I will share what a Teal organization is and what corporate wellness is all about. So welcome to Moov-IT. A bit of history. I wanted to find my dream job. One of my mentors told me to find your dream job, you need to combine what you're skilled in, and skills can be learned every day of your life. You have to combine it with your passion. I like starting businesses, so I've started 4 businesses in the last 8 years of Moov-IT. Moov-IT started in Ghent, which is a super beautiful city in Belgium. We had lots of support by the startup community. I really grew up in a technology environment. One of the Moov-IT companies makes apps and software. As you can imagine, one of the Moov-IT companies is how to create your dream job. My dream job was combining my passions for health, for well-being, going to the beach, being productive, having my laptop with me, working from a co-working cafe, connecting with lots of people. I found that my dream job is in the area of corporate wellness, which is corporate work, productivity, success, business, motivation, combined with health and well-being. What can that look like? We made a pyramid called the Moov-IT Pyramid, and we studied companies all over the world, and then we started doing projects on all of the 8 parts of the Moov-IT Pyramid, which are movement, nutrition, emotion, social, purpose, important one in this program, sleep, being free of addiction or reactive behavior or needing to do something, really finding freedom within. Moov-IT started in the city of Ghent. We started with a beautiful team. The biggest challenge was corporate wellness. My dream job that I wanted to create a company for did not really exist yet. You couldn't go to a company and say, who's a corporate wellness manager? I would call companies and they'd say, we're not sure if we have a corporate wellness manager. Yet, in the US, this was a big industry. I made it my mission of bringing this industry to Europe, to Belgium. Activities were happening and companies were mostly doing ad hoc workshops. Once in a while, they would bring in fitness program, nutrition coaching. But there was no real job, no real person, partially or full-time responsible. So we made it our mission of training corporate wellness consultants all around the world. Right now, 8 years later, we have 33 consultants who've done level 1 up to level 6, 13 different countries. It's a dream job. We really value remote working. Lifestyles change. Your life will change. Where you are at your life right now, you may be in a city or a country, you want to be there for the next 10 years. Sometimes life changes and you want to change a city. Instead of going to the office in a vibrant city like Dubai or Abu Dhabi or Brussels or Kuala Lumpur, wherever you are in the world, there's moments in life you want to be in the city full time, and then there's moments you want to retract a little bit. That's a bit where I'm at. I started traveling the world 4 years ago. I looked for health experts. I needed knowledge. That's where our 3rd company started, Health Guru. I went all the way to Bali. I went to Canada. I went to Australia, Peru. I wanted to learn everything I could. I knew there was a lot of traditional well-being knowledge, but I got very fascinated in the ancient knowledge, which is 1,000, 2,000 years old. I started working with people doing breath work, working a lot on the mind. A lot of traditional techniques work really, really well when mindset is connected to it. During this global program, I will challenge you to also focus on your mindset, your thoughts. What thoughts make you feel a certain way? How do you feel and think when you're in certain relationships? I will give you tools to play with your own thoughts, and emotions. One of our interns years ago would put everyone in our team down and we'd do a meditation. He took us to a beach of Costa Rica. We woke up and all of us were like, it was middle of winter, we were like, oh, we had felt that heat of the beach. We were so charged. We heard that tropical ocean. I will challenge you to really explore and express yourself and figure out what beautiful thoughts you have, what emotions come through. Create a bit of a personality. You probably already have a personality. Become the person you want to become. May want to shift or twitch or twatch a little bit here and there. History of Moov-IT. Moov-IT started in the city of Ghent with a team training corporate wellness consultants, training companies, offering apps to cities. The beautiful city of Bruges last year and the year before we're using one of the Moov-IT apps. You can Google this if you want to learn more about Moov-IT. It's called Brugge Beweegt. It was a challenge to connect people in the city to move with each other. After my 4 years of traveling, and I would move homes every couple of nights, I got really tired because I always had my laptop with me, my backpack actually with me, and then I would go to a cafe and do corporate meetings and put on beautiful clothes. So I was like, ugh, it would be really nice to have an office set up again. And voila, welcome in Move Village. This is the first office of Moov-IT in Byron Bay. We're still finishing it off. It's completely self-funded. With all the income we've got through in the last years through the Moov-IT customers. We have a really strong network, and I encourage you, when you're in the sales or marketing team, ask me questions, ask me for leads, ask me for amazing people that are already very supportive of the Moov-IT network. For sharing today of going from the history of Moov-IT to where we're at today, we are now starting local teams. That's cool. We became a remote company. We worked all over the world and I started missing my customers. We would come together, meet the customers in a beautiful cafe, go ice bath swimming. We would do all kinds of cool stuff, go surfing with customers and with our team. I want to have physical teams again, and we're growing. We're in 13 countries. Last year people asked, do you have the course in Portuguese? We've made a really cool model where there's Moov-IT Belgian company that started in Ghent, the Moov-IT Australia company, headquarters officially in Sydney. This here is in Byron Bay. But now we're gonna start up 28 companies all around the world, but locally. You may be starting a company right now in the UAE, in Bali, in Portugal, in Belgium, in the US, in Canada. We have a list of 20 countries where we're gonna look for amazing local teams. And it doesn't mean because you start local that you can't travel the world. You'll be welcomed in all the Moov-IT offices who are built little by little all over the world. So that's a bit of the history of Moov-IT. We've gone from a very traditional company with a traditional office, well, traditional. It was still a really cool movement office. We started with a traditional office, became a team all over the world, remotely with customers and team members in over 20 countries if we look at everyone involved, to now becoming a grounded organization again where we have offices all over the world, but everyone is free to work from wherever they want. Welcome to your Global Talent Program. Welcome to your team. This program is inspired by The Intern in Google. So have a look at that movie if you really are curious what we're doing. You'll be doing a 12-week internship with a really cool team of 4 to 8 people, and you'll figure out what your role is. You'll either choose sales, marketing, R&D, corporate wellness, customer service, or finance. You will have dedicated videos, and when you're doubting between multiple roles, I recommend you to watch all the videos. Usually your work hours are about 30 hours a week. The longer you work for Moov-IT, the more you choose how many hours you work when you work. But in the beginning we set a bit of a fixed structure. So it makes it a little bit easier to get started with something and evolve from there. The goal of this internship is first for you to learn who you are, what your dream job tree circle is. So the tree circle is, like I shared before, what are your skills? The skills could be sales or finance, business development, marketing, corporate wellness, software development, app development, online coaching, content creation, event management. And then your passions could be surfing or yoga or meditation, going on nice dinners, doing social activities or reading a book, cultural activities, theater. Figure out what those passions are. Playing guitar, being a DJ, being an artist, making paintings. And then figure out who your target group is. The target group is the people you offer value to. To develop this, in this internship, the main goal will always be build relationships. Whatever your job is, whether you're introverted or more extroverted, whatever way you like building relationships, you will always work with another person to understand their tree circle. I'll give an example. As a sales, if you're going online, show you systems and methods to have predictable sales. If you're going online, figure out what their tree circle is, and then connect based on the tree circle. You may find people, potential business customers, CEOs who like to travel. And maybe you see they're traveling in Brazil right now. Found a really cool quote about Brazil. Well, connect based on Brazil. I call this the mathematics of relationships. You make your tree circle, make your customers' tree circle, and then you connect. In this global program, I invite you to really go deep and to really figure out what's your skills, your passions, who do you want to give value to. That could be your team members if you're in product and development. That could be customers if you're in customer service. That can be potential customers in marketing. Whatever job you're in, it will usually be our customers and our colleagues. Now, what is corporate wellness? What is this target group we work with? Corporate wellness means all activities, initiatives that are good for companies. And a company is a group of people, is an organization, can be a city or even a country or the global world. Any type of gathering of people that is organized. Well-being means that we're doing activities that inspire people to prevent dis-ease. Dis-ease as in not feeling good, not being motivated, not sure if you like your job. Dis-ease to the point where people get actually sick. We're preventing disease at the very first of it. Helping people find a job they love, a lifestyle they love, relationships they enjoy at work, at home. We mostly focus on corporate wellness in this group of people, the group or organization that hires us. In your team, you will have a corporate wellness manager. If this is a role for you, if you'd like to do the corporate wellness of this corporate, which is this Moov-IT global team in your location, you can become the corporate wellness manager of your team. There will be specific videos training corporate wellness managers. So the goal of this internship will be entrepreneurship. What is entrepreneurship about? It's about bringing innovation. You will get a lot of videos for sales, marketing, finance, research and development, customer service, corporate wellness. Yet, you'll be in a specific country dealing with specific customers, so you may have to adapt here and there. You'll feel butterflies in your belly more than once, and that's a good thing. Do you know, if you do sports or anything new you learn, you get those butterflies before you step on a theater, before you pitch for the first time to your family a New Year's song. Whatever you're doing, you have those butterflies. That's actually a good feeling. So you'll constantly be balancing out your stress levels. You don't want to get too stressed, but you want a little bit of those butterflies, and that's how entrepreneurships play. How can we challenge ourselves to do something new, to get results as entrepreneurs, to bring value to customers and to our colleagues while we're exploring new things? So you may give a presentation for the first time in your life. You may be working online for the first time in your life. You may be doing a lot of new things, and that is a big part of your journey. And I invite you, if you're doing new things, like you had a bit of those butterflies, yet say you had a big customer presentation, then take 1 or 2 hours to go slower, to maybe meditate or sleep. Moov-IT, we really motivate people to spend 10% of their time, 10 up to 25% depending on how big you're going. If you're pitching to the president of a country, and before that you may want to take a little bit of rest, go for a beach walk, clean your mind. Depending on the intensity of what you're doing, we recommend to spend 10% to 25% of your working hours, because this is productivity too, in well-being. So if you're doing a 30-hour week, 3 hours a week, maybe in 5 days, that's about half an hour, 45 minutes a day. You can split it in 15 minutes that you're really doing well-being. Are you eating healthy? Are you sleeping enough? Take a little bit of a break. 5 minutes, take a breath every time, and take time to celebrate. All of this internship is entrepreneurship, getting those goals for the company, because it's corporate wellness. The people who feel called and that we see a really good match, and we hope it's the whole team, but we never know. We can only say this: don't get stressed, because if you are aligned and if you're really exploring, expressing yourself, and you're connecting well with the team and with the customers, it will go quite naturally. If you're focusing on evolving yourself and doing the best you can, and this will evolve in a healthy company. And then at the end of this internship, a couple of people, maybe the whole team, maybe nobody in the team, will start up an official company for the Moov-IT global team. Their finance manager will be responsible for this. Because essentially entrepreneurship is about exchange of value, energy, time and money. If this exchange happens in a healthy way, money's coming in, money's going out. Money's coming in by customers saying, yes, we want your value. Money's going out, hiring extra software programs, hiring an accountant, starting up an official company in the country. Money's flowing in and out in a healthy way, which means we want a little bit more money flowing in than we're spending, 40%. We're keeping a profit margin of 40%. A part of it will be used to contribute to other value projects. Another one is going to be to build a reserve. It's like we're all kids now and we want to start a savings account. The money coming in the company, we don't want to spend it all. We want to build, and about 40% of it will be building it. The other parts will be spent on team. Everyone needs to have a nice income. Your finance manager together with your corporate wellness manager will help your team set hourly fees. How much should you charge? Whether you're working freelance or as a full-time or part-time employee, you'll have some kind of an hourly fee. From week one, day one, your finance and corporate wellness manager will be taught to help you set your hourly fee. And that is something the finance and the corporate wellness manager will manage to make sure that all hourly fees can be paid. And of course, the first week you're playing. Every time you're doing a meeting, you'll be conscious of, oh, this is the cost of this meeting. Meetings are important, but we also want to be efficient. So we're very conscious as entrepreneurs, if we're doing meetings, that we're creating value, that through this meeting, new customers will come in, that through this meeting, we'll have a better product and customers will have more value. Again, the exchange. Entrepreneurship and a successful company has money coming in and out, has time coming in and out. Customers will invest their time to listen to your proposal, to invest in our apps. They will invest time to learn what we do. We will invest time to work with them. And time, then again, it's very clear in a financial money exchange how time and money exchange. You will find in a successful company the energy is high. Of course, there's days you don't feel good, but when you're aligned, expressing yourself, feeling good about yourself, energy will flow and you'll feel that with your customers. When you're attracting the right customers, they'll give you energy. And this looks like you'll go to a meeting and you'll both say, oh, maybe you had something happening in your family, and your customer will tell you that. And you'll be like, oh gosh, I had a similar situation. And you'll be like, oh, that's a nice connection. I'm sorry for you. Do you want to share a little bit more before we start the meeting? You'll be starting to exchange energy and your customers will feel like your friends. Your colleagues will feel like your friends. To build this basic safety and respect, it will take a little bit of time, of course. This is what we're looking for as the goal of this internship, a healthy flow of time, of energy, and of money. And they don't have priorities because all should be aligned. Welcome to this video where I shared about the history of Moov-IT, the goal of the internship, what your goal is to enjoy this internship, and I really encourage you to focus on expressing yourself and really getting that personal goal through the internship, but also looking at that balance between corporate. And a corporate is a group of people, whether a city, whether our team of 4 to 8 people, whether our bigger Moov-IT team all around the world of hundreds of team members that all in their own unique way cooperate with Moov-IT, whether it's on a project basis, whether it's on a freelance basis, whether it's every couple of months they come together. You will meet to Moov-IT team members. And we are a Teal organization, T-E-A-L. We're not 200 full-timers. We are people that are all connected because we have similar 3 circles, similar passions and purposes. I will invite team members to your weekly meetings. That brings us to the next topic. How will we communicate? You will have your own platform, which is a link to a Moov-IT online group or community where there will be a club and you can ask questions through that club. These will be answered by the supervisors of your global entrepreneurship program. You'll have 1 or 2 supervisors. When you have 2 supervisors, 1 supervisor is technical. We'll train in sales, finance, marketing. Ask 1 supervisor the technical role. I'm usually the technical role. I can answer questions when it comes to sales, finance, marketing, product development, software, customer service, corporate wellness, and research and development. But very often there's also a lead corporate wellness manager supervisor. This is a person who's responsible to make this flow happen. Flow coming in and out of money, time, energy, who knows that by expressing ourselves and finding our own unique personalities, this will happen. You reach out to either of the supervisors, you ask your questions. we will know whom to answer, and every day you will get answers on your questions. So every day we get a summary of all the questions in our email. We set aside time every day to answer your questions with our focus. Many of the Moov-IT team members are working on a lot of businesses. We won't be able to answer you straight away within 5 or 10 minutes. That's what your team is for. Talk to your team and find solutions so you never get stuck. Resourcefulness means always finding a way to find solutions. So do not be afraid to fail. We want you to move forward. If you're not able to get on your supervisor within an hour or 2 hours, or even within a day, and it takes 1 or 2 days max, just do something. Try something. And don't worry, we will never, if we're late in answering, we will never blame you for that. We will be happy for that, because we need people that are self-steering. And everyone has that in them. It's about having the right information, working with your team, being resourceful, and training yourself in that resourcefulness. How we communicate on a daily basis, you ask us questions in the club. Every week there will be a technical meeting where you present for each department the KPIs, the key performance indicators. You may hear a lot of new words in this video. I will give a summary of what they exactly mean if this is new to you, but words will be repeated a lot. So don't worry. I'll give an example. When I learned Spanish, I speak Dutch originally. When I learned Spanish, I would start reading books. I wouldn't understand half of the words, but because I started reading the books, I would start understanding the story. And I would just focus on trying to understand the story throughout the book. And because of that, I started understanding more and more words. And by the end of that book, I could speak better Spanish. I invite you to do the same. If there's words here and there you don't understand, write them, ask them as many times as you want, and we will add them to the Moov-IT terminology. Communication, daily questions, a weekly technical meeting where each team presents key performance indicators or KPIs. What is this for sales? It will be how many exchanges are happening. In the beginning in sales is going to be time. How much time has sales invested in going and reaching out to customers online or through the network? KPI in marketing, we want visitors on our online channel. How many visitors did we have today? It can start with 1, it can start with 2, it could be the 2 team members. It all is about measuring and connecting and being transparent and not being afraid to fail and say, yes, we had 1 visitor of Instagram, let's go for 2 tomorrow. How did we get this 1 person? Let's talk to this person. Same in sale. Yes, we met someone online and they wanted to do a phone call with us. Woo, we have a phone call. That's a next level, a next KPI already. So we'll go in detail about all these KPI with each team member. In finance, it's about the money coming in and out. Every day the finance will say, okay, we had so many team members working on the project, so many Moov-IT global team members. These are all the hourly fees, and this is our budget. In the beginning, it's gonna go down, and this is called the burn rate. In a startup, in the beginning, you have to burn a little bit because it's really a challenge on day 1 to already have a customer bringing in money. So it's gonna be a bit of a burn rate, but then it goes up. In product development, if you're a software engineer, if you make online courses for the Moov-IT team, your KPIs will be how happy are the customers with the products. We want you to work directly with the customers, and customers in a broad way. Our team are the first customer. So if you're developing software, your KPIs will be, okay, how happy are the customers of this new login page of the app, of this new club page of the app? How happy is the team? So beginning, your customers is going to be your team, but we really want you to make new products with the customers. I am making this course with the first team that's going to be enrolled. And why am I doing this? And why have I done this for all courses? I learned it from the best mentors in the world, but also I believe in it. You will see these videos and maybe you'll say this or this isn't clear, this and this is clear, and I will learn from you how to make the next week and maybe go a little bit deeper on some topics. So reach out to me if you're watching these videos and you're saying, I want more of an explanation about this or that. Cool. So KPIs for corporate wellness will be the number of moves, the number of healthy habits the team has done. And of course, in all privacy, everyone does what they want, but the corporate wellness manager is going to talk to all the team members and say, how can I support you? What's your passion? Oh, you like healthy mango food? Or I will look up mango in your area so you can go get some mango there. Whatever you allow your corporate wellness manager to help you with, that's going to be the KPI. So I invite the team members, be open, make the work of the corporate wellness manager easy by telling anything that makes you happy and exciting, and you're gonna love this. I have my own corporate wellness manager and I've had them all over the world, and it's amazing. When I was healing a broken ankle and I was in pain and I couldn't work, I had a sound healing, for example, with corporate wellness manager Jenny here in Byron Bay. I've had the most amazing corporate wellness manager because a lot of the Dream Job customers are corporate wellness consultants, right? So we are surrounded, and I hope you can enjoy and see that and meet a lot of the people. So customer service, your daily KPIs are going to be how happy are the customers, how many minutes did you talk to customers. It's not per se about the minutes, but did you uncover what their needs are? And every day I want you to say, again, remember, customers is the team and the customers, but I want you to say, yes, 2 team members shared that they would actually want to see the app developed in this or this way. 2 customers who did a video in the course said they would want a different light setting or subtitles. So customer service will have KPIs, how happy are the customers. And then again, that will be, sales will hear this and will be able to say, dear new customer, our current customer saying this and this. And marketing will say, wow, in our forums online, we had customers saying they would actually like to work from a cool office here in our local vicinity. So by having these KPIs, sharing these with your team every day, you will learn so much from each other. It's gonna make your work easier. And in the beginning it may feel like it takes a lot of time, but you'll get used to it. It's like when you go to the fitness, the first times you train your biceps, it's hard, but then after a while it becomes easier and you want to do it because the endorphins start flowing. Welcome team. Did I forget any roles? I've talked about finance, money coming in and out, time and energy, talked about corporate wellness, talked about sales, talked about marketing KPIs, research and development, how you work with your customers, and customer service. These are the key areas we will train all of you in Moov-IT. Now I want you to choose a role, and you can talk to one of us supervisors about this if you're unsure. And we've seen your 3 circles. If you haven't, send your 3 circle to us. So choose your role. You can also choose a couple of roles, but I would say focus on 1 to max 3 roles so you can get really good in them. Because it will take some time to build these habits and to be able to report in KPIs. And again, remember the butterflies, reporting, it may be stressful. One of the things we will do in communication, we have weekly a meeting where you present the KPIs, but I invite you to practice this every single day. This is something the corporate wellness manager will do. So the corporate wellness manager will make sure that at the end of the day, everyone reports about their KPIs. Why do we do this on the end of the day? In the beginning of the day, we also have a stand-up, but you're waking up, you're warming up, you don't want to perform yet. So in the beginning of the day, you'll share how you're feeling, what did you do the day before, remembering the KPIs of the day before, what's your goals today. And there's always going to be related to the KPIs. You will notice Moov-IT as a Teal organization, members all over the world, working in all kinds of ways. We're also doing it a little bit different. You will not get any task lists with all bullets and stuff you need to do. You'll only get your KPIs. And KPIs is happy customers, money flowing in and out, finance, keeping track of that. KPIs is moves or healthy habits of team members. We will tell you why we do this, and if you don't feel the why, ask me. I will always talk about why. We will talk about what it is. We need moves, and we'll give some ideas of how many moves that should be, how much income you need, so you can really level up. But to how is up to you, and that is again related to that resourcefulness. We want you to develop the entrepreneurial skill number 1, resourcefulness, finding solutions. Entrepreneurship is about finding solutions. I invite the whole team, and I'll be very strict on that. I want everyone in the team, and correct me if I make the mistake, I sometimes do, but I want everyone in the team to be open-minded. If someone comes with an idea, never say, no, that's not possible. You may not see it, say maybe, wow, I didn't think of that solution, or I'm not seeing how it would work, but thank you for sharing that. So welcome innovation ideas all the time. Of course, it's important that we do use techniques and systems that Moov-IT will give to you, because we've been doing this 8 years, so we do have a lot of systems that we know works. But you may adapt here and there and tweak some things. So we want to create this culture of this can work, let's try this, within the limits of knowing if I've tried something 20 or 50 times, I can tell you that, and I can say, I've tried this and this and this way, and I had this and this and this results. So from my experience, for me it didn't work, but I invite you to try it, but learn that for me this and this didn't work. So take my information, make your solution better. So that's how we work in a Teal organization. The how is up to you. Use the information, use the thousands of people who've been longer in the organization, but you know it's up to you how to do things within the KPIs. Let's say you have a solution, but we have to develop a whole new product. Then the product team is going to say, well, it's not per se what we need right now. And the finance is going to say, we don't have the money right now for a new product. So we need to sell the products we have, for example. So we'll work a lot on that, and it's a challenge for me to explain. It's easier by doing, but know that you'll get the why, the what, and you're responsible to create the how with all the tasks lists we have. When you're struggling, for example, with priorities, we'll have supervisors who can help you set the right priorities so you nail those KPIs. That was it for this episode. We talked about the history of Moov-IT, why we are doing what we're doing today. We welcome you to the Moov-IT global team. You've had a lot of information already about how we work as a team. You'll be able to choose your roles, and to choose your role, I invite you to go to the next episode, which is sales, marketing, R&D, finance, corporate wellness, customer service, and to choose one, max 3 roles, what you want to do. And I talked a bit about the communication as a team, about the weekly technical meeting with myself or someone else who's very technical in marketing, sales, and all the areas. We talked about the daily questions you can ask, and we talked about the morning stand-up meeting and the KPI meeting. I'm going in detail with the corporate wellness manager because that's their responsibility to do those 2 meetings. I hope you enjoy this internship, this global Moov-IT program. It's all about entrepreneurship. I invite you to dive in this area of corporate wellness, the wellness or well-being, the prevention of disease, the creating of motivation and happiness, expressing yourself within a group of people, within a corporate, a city, within this team, or the bigger Moov-IT team. Thank you so much for being here on this journey, and I look forward to hear from you. Bye!